All right, I'll start rolling. Thanks. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our all-new First Alert Weather Extra, streaming right here on WFSB Plus. You can find us, of course, on Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV, bringing you even more ways to stay ahead of the weather. And we're going to be streaming live weekdays at 8 a.m. and again at 9:30 p.m. to give you a more in-depth look at the forecast. And right now, the big story, of course, is this brutally cold weather. Let's show you what we're tracking out there. We have a first alert weather day the next 3 days, all due to that bitterly cold feel. We're talking about wind gusts today, getting into that 35 to 45 mile per hour range. The wind chill in the morning hours, the next 3 days, near or below zero. And we'll go from those single digits to teens each and every afternoon. The wind speed right now has started to pick up. We're almost 10 to 15 to 20 miles per hour sustained. The gusts, well, we're 22 to now 31. So these numbers are going upwards. The wind chill, how cold your skin says it feels. Sub-zero, Torrington, Salisbury, single digits or lower teens, Hartford, New Haven, and Bridgeport. Let's take a look at the wind gust trend forecast. We're getting into that, 30, 40. Remember, I said 45. Yeah, it could get as high as that, not out of the question. And, of course, that's going to create a brutal feel. Not pleasant if you're one to walk outdoors, especially facing the wind, as we will see that rough feel all day long with those winds really whipping out there. Satellite and radar, we've been tracking mainly clear skies out there this morning. Some lake effect snow happening. But generally, our big story is mainly dry weather, though there could be a brief flurry that happens to our north. Otherwise, just a few passing clouds through 11 o'clock, and then we head into a mostly sunny and then mostly clear night. Let's talk about tomorrow. Yep, not feeling any better. It's going to be windy and cold, and that combination will create those single digits to teens, and then again, that sub-zero feel is possible, especially northwest. So it's the next 3 days. We're dealing with below average highs, some strong wind gusts, and then that dangerous feel to the air if exposed to for a long period of time. Other than, a mostly sunny sky today, we're mostly sunny tomorrow, and we'll start to see a few more clouds on Thursday. That's really it in that department. And then with very dry air in place, guess what else is going to be on the high-end side? Not our temperature, but the static meter. So the drier the air, the higher the static meter is. So be careful. Touching anything that's metal, shuffling your feet across the rug. You know how it goes. We're expecting that you can get that little zap and cling action going on, too. It's always made, a little challenging to do your hair. It's like, I can't barely touch it. Otherwise, I start that process where it gets that, static cling. It drives me crazy. Little hairspray goes wonders. Of course, you need to put extra hold on with these windy conditions. All right, so let's talk about snowfall situation. So far in the Hartford area, this winter season, which goes, December through February, and, into March, we do consider that too. But 4.8 inches, 1.7 in Bridgeport. So we're talking about almost 10 inches below average for the Hartford area, 6 inches below average for the Bridgeport area. So what we're going to be talking about is our next system, a little bit more in depth. So we've given you just a snapshot and what, the models are showing. And as we've been kind of showing you on a daily basis, it shows each model run something slightly different, or one model might be kind of similar, or then it goes, bonkers, and one has a big snowstorm, the other nothing. So that's typical to see these kind of flip-flops this far in advance. And so, usually when you're 5 days out, you can start to notice a pattern and know that, it's possible. Now we're getting close to that 4-day. Tomorrow will be our 4-day. We're watching, is it looking more or less likely? And we can kind of get into that information already today. So the storm track, as of right now, you either have one model that's a miss or the other model that's more of a glance. So we're more so with that line that shows you that track that's not in the benchmark area for a lot of snow across the Northeast. As of right now, that's the way it is trending as of right now. All right, let's talk about your first alert 7-day forecast. We go from 3 days of windy weather, highs in the 20s, mid and upper. Our normal high is in the mid-30s, so certainly below average, lows in the teens. And the wind, though, is the kicker. It's going to make it feel like it's in the sub-zero, single-digit range each morning, and then teens in some spots, just single digits all the way through the afternoon. Friday, we start to warm up a little bit. We're back to normal with our temperatures. Can you believe it? But still we'll feel a little cooler, breezy, and then we'll be watching to see, the winds relaxing some, temperatures, cold enough for some snow. So we could be talking about snow being possible on Saturday, depending on what that storm system ends up doing. And it's not a very easy to predict storm system. There's a lot going on in terms of that system. I was, looking at some of the ensemble data, and that is just showing you, all different kinds of runs. You look to see as many, matches as possible. And, there's, let's see, the one that barely shows anything, there are some that shows a little glancing blow. The one that shows a little bit more still has the bulk of it kind of south of us. So it just seems like, right now, more of a miss or glancing blow at this point in time. Now, if something were to change, we're going to declare Saturday a first alert weather day. If we see, snow is likely, that's going to change things. But for now, it's a very complex interaction between all these different moving parts. So the model's trying to figure out how all these moving parts come together. Do they phase together? Phasing is a key word to whether or not you're going to get a big snowstorm to develop. If they don't phase, you never get that big storm to form. Of course, in that process as well, you can also get, a different track with these systems. A little stronger system might pull it farther north. So yeah, a lot of variables coming together with this particular storm system for the weekend. So we're getting closer to really knowing, but right now that trend is for more of a glancing blow at this point in time. And yeah, if something changes, we're going to give you that first alert, and there's still room for change even this far out. All right, in terms of our shoreline temperatures, the highs, it's almost like ignore them the next few days. Pay attention right here, on the app, especially the weather app, to know what that feels like temperature is for your area. So thanks again for joining. Again, our all-new First Alert Weather Extra. I'm First Alert Meteorologist Jill Gilardi. Be sure to join us every morning and evening on WFSB Plus for our First Alert Weather Extra. And again, the next time you'll hear from us is 9:30 this evening. Have a great rest of your day.